What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. It's been a minute since I did a physical review that is not a stop motion review, huh? But I will have the stop motion review on Legacy United Cybertron 2005 Starscream up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But I just figured I'd give you guys a physical review for Silverbolt here since I haven't done that in a while. So I got this off of CMD store like a week and a half ago when it was in stock. I'm pretty sure it's out of stock now. I got him and Starscream on there, so if you're wondering where I got him, that's where I got him, and I don't think they're in stock anymore. But this guy right here, Silverbolt, I think he is good. I don't think he's as great as Starscream, but we're gonna get to that later. Just looking at all the details on him, he has a lot of great sculpted detail on him. I'm not gonna lie, it's really good. It's keeping in line with what we've been seeing in the past 5 or so years since Siege with the mainline generations. A lot of nice sculpted details all over this guy. So he's really not skimping in that department. In the paint department, as you can see, it's a little bit barren. I would have expected a bit more silver on this guy, but you know, there is the white paint there, the black airbrushing there, which is pretty nice. The gold and black airbrushing on the wings on both sides is pretty nice, even though they only did it halfway and they skimped out on this part, which I literally just noticed right now, so that's not too good. But yeah, he's lacking in the paint area, but they did do this nice detail on the feet there. They painted those little areas there, which is cool. They painted this section nice shiny gold, which I do like. That's decked out in gold, which looks good. This red section on his stomach that looks like some giant alien monster mouth thing in the middle of his midsection there is decked out in red, which is cool. That gold section I do like. All the little angles molded in there is nice. And the head sculpt, let's take a closer look at that head sculpt, people. So yeah, the head is really nicely sculpted. I really have no complaints with it other than the articulation, which I will get into in a few minutes. He's got a lot of nice black paint outlined on him. The yellow eyes really do pop. The silver there for the mouth and the face section there is nice. I wish they carried some of that silver over into the actual body of the figure, but hey, it is what it is. Any paint on the back? No, it's barren. They painted the black crest section halfway, or less than halfway, you can see. They left the back part unpainted, which kind of sucks. So he's missing quite a bit of paint, it seems like. That's basically my main gripe with this guy, is that there is not a whole lot of paint on him. The weapons are pretty decent. He's got like these dagger blade things. I wouldn't really call these swords because they're really not long enough. But you do have the nice gold and black airbrushing there. You got the nice sculpted details on the hilt. It is a little bit hollowed out there, but honestly, I've said this before, but I'll say it here for those of you that are new. Sometimes with the hollowness, it looks more like air vents or some sort of filtration system in the robot. I mean, just remember, guys, these are alien robots. Not every surface detail is going to be completely filled in and solid on these guys. There's going to be holes. There's going to be dents on them. So sometimes I think of it that way, but in terms of something like this, that kind of is hollowness there. So especially right here, this more so looks like ventilation maybe, but this, not really. So yeah, it is hollowed out a little bit, so that's a bit ugly depending on the angle. But yeah, these dagger weapons aren't too shabby, and they do store on his hands, or he holds them pretty securely. I mean, when you see them in his hands, they're not loose when you shake them. They're not going to fall out, so that's pretty good. For some comparisons, I'm going to do quite a few here. So first one's his lover, Black Arachne, of course. And for Predacon, here is T30 Waspinator, because I haven't gotten Kingdom Waspinator yet, because I'm a cheap bastard. But at some point I will get Kingdom Waspinator. So there's that. And here he is with Tigatron and Airazor. I'm kind of doing ones that he appeared with in the later seasons. I'm not really comparing it with later season 1 characters like the look for Cheetor or Primal or Scorponok or any of those. Mainly doing it with ones that he appeared on the show with, and I'm pretty sure in season 2 Airazor and Tigatron interacted. I don't know, it's been a long time since I watched season 2 of Beast Wars, but I watched season 1 of Beast Wars religiously. So there's those two together. Let's do Dinobot and Inferno. Alright, got Dinobot right here. And let's bring in probably one of the best Generations Voyager class figures ever made, especially when you get that upgrade kit cannon for Inferno there on eBay. There's those together. Looking spicy. Digging that. And here he is with Transmetal 2 Megatron. And gonna do T30 Rhinox because, again, I'm a cheap bastard and I haven't gotten Kingdom Rhinox yet. And plus, I don't really like Kingdom Rhinox too much. I prefer this one, honestly. But at some point, I will get that Rhinox. Oh, shoot, I didn't even angle up the camera for Megatron. So there's that. So, yeah. And for shits and giggles, and to flex on you guys a little bit, here is with a sort of Beast Wars character, Nemesis Prime from Universe 2004. Let me lower the camera a little bit. And Legacy Armada Prime. So there is that. Alright, let's go through the articulation on this bad boy. So let me take off these daggers. So with the head, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I'm a little bit disappointed because it's a flying character. You get a little bit of wiggly waggly for some expressions in there, some head tilting. So there's that. And the head looks up ever so slightly, like a tiny bit up and down, just a tiny bit. And of course it does rotate. It's on a ball joint. You get shoulders that move outward that much. They move down that much. They move all the way around. Just got to move the wings out of the way. Got bicep rotation. Single jointed elbow that moves a little bit deeper than 90. But if you do want to use that second joint, you can. You could get a full range, but his animal mode leg sticks out. You can't pull that back in there. So that is a bit ugly depending on what angle you use it in. So just be careful of that. And with the wings here, this is on a mushroom peg there, so you can angle that out. You got two more joints here, so you can angle it there. You can angle it back, and you can angle it at the base here, down. And, of course, up. So you got that with the wings. And no ab crunch, which kind of sucks. You do get waist rotation, which is good. Not hindered at all. Oh, and this back flap piece can move outwards, too. This flap can move up and down, too. And now moving on to the legs. Hips, they kick forward. Crap ton, which is nice. They move back a whole lot as well. You can pretty much kick his own head, basically. That's kind of crazy. You can move them outwards. You can do the full splits. You got thigh rotation. You got single jointed knees that move 90 degrees. And there's this thing with the knees that they did in this new wave of Voyager. Starscream has this too, which I'll cover in his review. They did these weird ratcheted type detent sort of joints. You could see the little rectangles there. I had to shave these down because they were so tight. It felt like I was going to break the knee joints. I don't know why they decided to include that. He didn't need them in the first place, so that's pretty annoying. Just be wary of that, and I would recommend shaving these rectangular detent joints down because they are pretty tight, and I feel like the plastic would not hold that over time. And then for the feet, they move down a whole lot. They don't move up at all, which is a little disappointing. But you do get the delectable ankle tilt. And you can also move it outwards, too. So you got that going on. All right, let's transform this bad boy. So the first thing that I want to do is move these up. Flip the animal leg down. Do the same thing on that side. Oop, don't want to do that with the wrist. And then you want to angle that up. Flip this whole head assembly out. Flip the wolf head out. Angle that out. Then what you're going to want to do is flip the head in and then flip that back in. Then you're going to want to angle that out, take that out, show it again right here. It's kind of tight on my copy. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, I was actually pulling it the wrong way there for the second one. So you take that out and then you combine those together. They tab in, as you can see there. They tab in like that. You can hear a clicking noise. Then you bring the back legs down. Then what you're going to want to do is angle these down, flip the skirt piece up, and it's going to lock in there on that pin joint there. And then you're going to want to rotate this whole assembly around. And then with the headpiece here, it's going to tab in a couple spots. Got a hole right there and a slot right there that's going to tab into. So we're going to do that right there. And then it's going to tab in to here. Oh, it's going to tab in right there, and it's going to meet up with these two tabs right here. So lock that in. There you go. And then with these front legs, as you can see, the proportions are a bit weird in terms of the legs. So rotate. I like to rotate this all the way around at the hip section. And shoot, man, you gotta come up with a bit of imagination for the front legs here. And I basically just angle it like that, and I don't know, man. The box art shows it kind of like this with the official transformation, but I don't know, that's okay. So yeah, as you can already see, hold on. Yeah, man, right off the bat, you can see that my main issue with this is the proportions with the legs. It just seems a bit weird when you're posing him around. Like, these legs seem like way too long, and these are way too stubby. I'm pretty sure the front legs should be around the size of these back legs, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, it is an alien robot. You know, liberties are taken. It's not too big of a deal, but it is something that is a bit of an eyesore, I guess. And with these daggers, it's kind of cool weapon storage here. You see the hollowness there. It actually has a bit of a meaning. So you got the slot right there, and I'm pretty sure this is the right side. Yeah, it just tabs in like that. So that's kind of cool weapon storage. I do like that. When I first found that out, I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. So yeah, and then same thing on this side. This side has 2 ports. I'm pretty sure when I showed it off. Yeah, that side. Yeah, the ports on each side are a bit different, which is interesting. So, all right, that's enough of the Dutch angle. Back to the regular angle. So looking at it, you know, the 360, hands are sticking out in the back. It's a typical Beast Wars, you know, vehicle mode, or animal mode. It is what it is. It gets the job done decently. It's not like an amazing alternate form for Silverbolt here. In terms of the head sculpt, it is nice. You got that black airbrushing there with the yellow eyes, which is kind of cool. You know, same details carried over into robot mode. Really nothing much that is new. So yeah, that's about it. And in terms of articulation, you got jaw articulation there. The teeth are not painted, which kind of does suck. I mean, again, really isn't too much paint on this guy. Same articulation in the legs with this new little leg piece here. It moves forward that much, and of course, it moves back into place right there. Same joint with the arms there on that section, the rotation, all that stuff. Same wing articulation and everything. So, yeah, that about does it for Silverbolt here. He's a good one. My final thoughts on this guy is I think he's a good Voyager, but, you know, the lack of paint and, of course, Beast Mode's not being Hasbro's strong suit 80% of the time. I gotta say, out of 10, I would have to give this guy a 7.5. I do think he's solid. He feels solid in hand. There's really nothing wrong with him. It's just that the lack of paint and, the awkwardness of the animal mode here is a bit annoying sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below, what do y'all think about this SILVERBOLT figure here. All my social medias are linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. My email is also down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, linked down below. I'm going to have tons of exclusive content that I already have posted, and I'm going to be continuing to post, such as stop motions, photography, sneak peeks at projects, sneak peeks at videos, music I'm working on, all types of stuff. So if you guys want to go check it out and read what the tiers are, you can do that, linked down below. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.